Well, hey there, my friends. Welcome to my channel, InknWhimsy. I'm Laura Daniels, and I'm so glad you decided to spend a little bit of your time with me here today as we do some coloring. I think coloring is just so incredibly relaxing. You know, I've looked online to find coloring videos, and there are not that many out there, especially for the Noir tri-blend markers, which are fabulous, fabulous. So today we're going to be coloring using the Close to My Heart stamp set called Seasonal Goody Baskets, and we're going to be coloring the basket here and then these apples. And I've done a little bit of coloring off to the side to kind of give you something to look at, to kind of brainstorm your own ideas as to how you want to color. Again, I said my name is Laura Daniels. My shop is ldaniels.closetomyheart.com. I have an Instagram channel. Look up InknWhimsy, and then a YouTube channel, which you'll be watching this on, InknWhimsy. All right, so let's get started with the basket. And when you can see when you initially stamp it down, it shows the back side of the basket. Well, if you want to have something inside of it, you really don't need that back end, do you? Because it's going to cover whatever it is that you're stamping. You're going to get a double stamped image. So I want to show you how the magic happens because you cut that off. Can you see how I did that right there? I just cut off the back, and then when you place it over the apples, would you look at that? That just makes me happy. That's everything fall, pumpkins, pumpkin bread, apple pie, everything that is fall. All right, so let me go over a few things with the baskets. First of all, if you want to get the rust look, I use the tan shades and I use the lightest color. And I want to share with you what I love about the Spectrum Noir tri-blends is that they have a light, a medium, and a dark. Now some people prefer to color light to dark, others go dark and then medium and then light. But one marker has all of your colors in it. See? Now, the only thing you have to be careful of is to remember which side is the dark, which is the light. Ask me how I know. I've made that mistake before. I go down to put the light and I put the dark. And I think that's why some people will put a piece of tape up here. You go, okay, that's the dark. All right. Now, for these apples right here, I use the dark red shades. But for these apples, because we're going to do this apple cluster right here with the green and the red, I use the dark red blend and the dull green blend. But let's start with the basket first. And you can take a screenshot of this and pin it to your Pinterest board so that you'll remember it. But I used the medium gold brown shades. I used the medium muted brown blend, the ice gray shades, and the brown gray blend. All right, so I'm just going to turn this just a little bit and I'm going to show you what I did to achieve this. Now this right here is your black, so we're going to move to the medium, which is right here. And all I did, let me scoot these out of the way just a little bit, is we did the bands first. It's different coloring for the camera. And then we're going to do the middle band. And then we're going to do the bottom. All right, now I want to share something with you because I forgot to do it on the top band. See how I did it right here? You see that in there? Yeah. Purposely leave white space when you want something highlighted. It's not the same when you use a gel pen, and I did it on the top and the bottom here. Here, I was just so excited to be filming for you, I forgot, but you notice I just did a thinner line at the top and a thinner one at the bottom. What we'll do is we're going to add a gel pen to fix that right there, okay? All right, so then the next thing we're going to do is take our medium brown blend, and this is our dark. I'm just capping these for me, for you, for me. All right, now we're going to color this in. I'm guessing if you are watching this video, you like to color yourself. I have very fond memories of when I was younger, coloring with my Aunt Barbara when I would go visit her. Alrighty. Okay, so now we're going to go back to the medium gold brown shade, and we're going to do just along the side here to come down. We're going to go up. You notice I'm just kind of flicking. And here, because we want that little bit of shading. Okay, and then I'm going to go back over it again with the muted brown blend, just to blend that in a little better right there at the edges. And if you're wondering an easy way to hold, because I don't know, the older I've gotten, I kind of get more jittery with my hands, but if you rest it on your third finger down, it gives you a little bit more control. See, and then I say that I get out of control. The bottom line is, don't listen to anything I'm saying. Just do what works for you. Because I'm such a goob. Okay. All right. Here we go. And as it dries, it'll blend even more. Okay. Isn't it just coming to life already? Now look what happens when we take the light icy gray shades, not icy, ice. You can get the light end, and we're going to go underneath this first band along the barrel, right underneath it. Look at that. And we're going to go into the next one, and then we're going to go just a titch on the sides here. Okay, and then we're going to take the brown gray blend. We're going to take the light, and we're going to go under the barrel just a titch, and this gives you that neat shading right underneath. Now look at that. Is that not a beautiful basket? And it did not take us long to do it all. So I use these colors right here. Here's your color swatch if you want to screenshot it, and then I fussy cut it out because there aren't thin cuts to this, and I laid it over the apples. Now let's bring in the apples. Alrighty, and we are going to move these, and I decided I wanted to have two different kinds of apples in my apple. Oh, ho, girl, we forgot one thing. Gel pen, the magic of a gel pen, and I'm going to go right here in the middle to show that highlight right there. Okay, it looks better when it's done leaving a white space than it is with this right here, doesn't it? But this is what we do on the apples also if we can't get our highlight done well enough. So the gel pen, that'll work for you. If anyone's looking that close at what you're doing and they're analyzing it that much, then they just cannot be your friend. All right, here we go. So we're going to go light to dark, okay? We're going to color in the entire apples, and we're going to do them like these right here. And the trick I'm going to show you, once you choose which ones are going to be green, right? So you're going to do this shape right here. This is the highlight on your apple. Now it looks real big when it's at this point in the drawing, but when we get finished with this, that little white space, that big white space is going to look very little. All right, so again, just relax, hold your marker. You can have your glass of wine. Now look how small that looks already, right? Go all the way around. These just come out so pretty. See how I get all jerky? Oh my gosh. All right, here we go. I don't know why. Maybe you're the same. I like to outline before I color in. Then we'll come over here and do this one. And it all depends on where you're having the sunlight shine. When you look at it, I have the sun in the front of the basket, and I have the sun coming down on the left-hand side of the apples. So I'm just all over the place with that sunshine. All right, so now we just use the light. We're going to get the medium, and we are going to come at the top of the apple and just come down. And now it's going to be behind that. And I'm just making the round shape. Come down around that. Because really what I want to do is to have a little bit of light just at the base of that to give even more dimension to the apple, so it kind of bends down. See, I don't even know the right terminology. It's kind of scary, y'all, watching me color. However, all right, so now we're going to go back to the light to go over this edge right here. Right? Remember, try not to cover where you put your little highlight there, because that would mess things up. All right, there we go. Now just relax. It's all going to come out good. It's good. That's what my nephew Joseph would say. It's good. This is when he'd be in school and not doing good in math. It's all right. I'm fine. I'm fine. He'd fall down. I'm fine. I'm fine. All is good. Relax. And I want to keep that round edge. Round edge coming around right there. Down there. All right. Have this come up to about right there because it's under the apple. Under the other apple. Okay. Just getting that circular. And we're going to bring this down to a little bit here underneath. Now we're going to go back to the medium. Okay, we're going to go over this. See how that just blends it. You just got to be patient with your blending. Find a rainy day when you just want to enjoy coloring, right? I think they come out a little different every time, but that's okay. All right, so there's our green. We're going to let those set. Now we're going to do our red. And again, we're going to start off the same way I did by doing that moon shape for the highlight. So I'm making my mandatory white space, which is hard to just leave it there because with coloring you think, oh, I got to color everything. And I love to experiment with the different colors, right? Oh my gosh, they just look so pretty. All right, here we go. Now, you can either fussy cut these out, that's what I did with the other apples, because I want to be able to use them in a scrapbook layout and already have some of them done, or you could stamp directly on the white and then color it. Because once you get it down pat, the colors, I always color swatch because, you know, you'll get them colored, you'll walk away, and the next day, if you put the markers up, you can go, what did I use where? So color swatching is great. Not to mention, if you haven't, you know, let's say you get some of these colored and you don't use them. When you color swatch what it is that you've colored, you'll be able to repeat it, because you may not remember it all those weeks later when you finally get to the point when you are actually going to color. And you notice I'm just trying to do a round kind of corner to it, just like that, because remember I'm still going to add some of the dark. So we're moving into the dark now. It looks kind of scary because it's dark. All right. And then I need you to make sure in the comments below to let me know how you've enjoyed this. Come on, pretty that blends in right there. All right, here we go. Then I think we are almost done. See where you, whenever you see it not blending well, it's kind of like really a stark, like, well, that's definitely light to medium. Just go over it with the lightest color. Now look how pretty that looks. I love it. All right, now we're going to take the Alpine Green blend, and I used, let's see, the dark. The reason I didn't want to use the same, I have lotion on my hands. The reason I didn't want to use this same color green is because I didn't want to use the same color green. I thought, oh well, that won't, it'll look too similar. And I didn't want it looking similar. I'm just going a little bit in, just a titch. And then we're going to go to the medium, okay? And we're just going to do a little bit more of the leaf, not all of it. White is nice. I'm just adding that tiny little bit. All right, now the last thing we want to do is to take our gel pen, because you see, wow, it really shows on the red apples, doesn't it? But now I'm just going to take the gel pen, and now, goodness knows, only for the camera. Yeah, I want a little bit more right there. All right, so how do you think that looks? All right, so let's lay down all of our baskets so that you can get a real good idea. And I'm just hoping I was in camera, because it's hard to be down here with the camera up there. All right, let's cut this one. I really don't want to put that one, so I'm just going to cut right here along the rim. We're going to lay this down and see how it looks. Well, and there you go. All right, my friends, I'm going to call that a wrap. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more of them, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment below what inspired you in this video, what you enjoyed about it. Do you like the chit chat? Would you rather I be quiet? Do you like seeing different selections of the apples and how I put them together? I would love your feedback, and I'd especially love to know that you enjoyed it and you want to see some more of these. So until we meet again in YouTube land, God bless. Have a terrific day. Bye-bye.